let you in on a little secret. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what the best furniture paint is. Full disclosure, I am a paint retailer. I sell Debbie's Design Diary DIY paint, and I love it. But I think that the answer to your question about what is the best paint to use to paint furniture might surprise you. So I'm gonna give you that secret, so stick around. So if you're a new furniture painter, you're probably doing as much research as you possibly can right now. You're probably looking on Pinterest, you're using Google, you probably joined a couple different Facebook groups for furniture painting. And the first question that every new furniture painter has is, what's the best paint for me to use? So you get into that Facebook group and you go to write your first post and you write, hey, I'm a newbie, I don't know where to start. What's the best furniture paint for me to use? And within the first hour of your post going up, you have 437 different responses from different people from all over the world telling you what the best paint in the world is to use to paint furniture. My name's BJ. My business is called Junked Up. I've been a furniture painter for the past 25 years or so. I have used lots of different paint. I started out painting with latex paint, and it was fine, and it did a good job. But I couldn't quite get onto furniture what I saw in my head with that paint. I was introduced to the world of decorative furniture paints, which include your chalk paints, your clay paints, your milk paints, acrylic paints, everything else that is not latex paint. I've used a lot of different paints. Some paints were gifted to me to try. Some paints I was paid to try. Other paints I bought on my own to try. I've used a lot of different paints and products, and I'm always open to using different paint and products. If you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button for me. I'd be eternally grateful, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you'll know every single time I have a new video. When you ask the question, so what is the best paint to paint furniture with? I'm going to give you a couple different answers. Number one, what do you have access to? What is close to you? Do you have a paint retailer close to you? A great place to start is to visit your local paint retailer. Is there a vintage mall, a multi-vendor mall, a store, brick and mortar store nearby that sells a decorative furniture paint? Go visit. Go visit. Go look at the furniture. Go feel the furniture. Go ask questions. Anybody who sells a paint line is happy to answer all of your questions. Do they teach classes? That's a great way to start. You get to experiment with the paint and decide if this fits your style or doesn't fit your style. Even if you do find a paint that you're interested in and it is in a vendor mall, and let's say the person who's actually selling the paint isn't there all the time, ask. Ask how you can get in touch with this person. Call them. I've had people call me, hey, BJ, I got your card from Logan Village Mall in downtown Noblesville, Indiana, and I have some questions about the DIY paint. Can you help me? Yeah, of course I can. So the best paint for you is going to be the one that you have access to. Because I gotta tell you, there is nothing worse than being in the middle of a custom project for a client and you run out of paint and you can't get it. I was very fortunate that when I first started painting furniture with decorative furniture paints, I had a retailer in my town. Subsequently, I actually ended up working for that retailer for 5 years and teaching their paint classes. But I was lucky because if I ran out of paint, I knew that I just had to travel 3 miles down the road and I can go get myself some new paint. So it goes back to, what do you have access to? If you fall in love with a paint and it does everything you need it to do, but you have to bring it in from overseas, or you have to drive 2 hours to get it, or you can only get it online and it's gonna take 3 weeks to get to you, that might not be the best paint for you. Number two, know your style. What is your style? How do you wanna paint? Do you gravitate towards clean, streamlined, single color, factory looking finishes? That's gonna help determine what paint you're gonna use. Do you like super chippy, kind of flaky? That's gonna help you determine which paint you wanna use. Do you like lots of blending and layering and maybe some drippy, real hand-painted, time-worn type finish? That's gonna help determine what paint is best for you. So the best paint for you is gonna be the one that fits your style. Number three, your budget. What is your budget? So really, what I'm trying to tell you is that there is no best paint in the world. There are a lot of people painting furniture, and all those people painting furniture are using all different kinds of paint and getting all different kinds of results. So the next time somebody tries to tell you that they have the best paint in the world for you, just ask yourself those questions. Do a little research on the paint, look at the finishes that other people are getting, watch a couple YouTube videos, and decide if that person paints like you do, or that's the way you're aspiring to paint. Then okay, maybe try the paint that they're selling or that they're recommending. But if that doesn't fit your style, that's not gonna work for you. So it might be the best paint in the whole world for one person is not gonna be the best paint in the world for another person. Keep in mind too that as you progress through your furniture painting journey, the paint line that you start with may not be the paint line that you're painting with in 6 months or 6 years. As your style evolves and changes, as your budget increases or decreases, you're gonna have to make some changes and adjustment, and that's okay. So the best paint for you might even change over time. I'm not gonna tell you it's the paint that I sell just because I want sales, because if I sell you paint, but you don't paint the way I paint, and you want different results that are a little bit more difficult to do with the paint that I'm selling, and you buy paint from me and you can't get the results that you want, what good does that do me? It doesn't do me or my brand of paint any good, because you wind up telling all of your fellow furniture painters or your friends, oh, this was the worst paint, don't buy it. Lots of other paints that are out there on the market may not be the best paint for you. Doesn't mean it's not a good product. It just means it's not your best paint. That favorite YouTuber that you love to watch them paint, it might be the best paint for them. But if that paint doesn't work for you and the finishes that you're trying to achieve, then it isn't the best paint for you. So in summary, the best paint for you isn't necessarily going to be the best paint for your neighbor, your sister, your daughter, your aunt, your cousin, whoever. The best paint for you is going to be the one that you have access to, the one that's in your budget, and the one that fits your style. So go forth, find the best paint for you, happy painting, and I will see you guys next time right here. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. If you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button for me. I'd be eternally grateful. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you'll know every single time I have a new video.